everyone, so today is going to be a special video. Today I want to do a video on 10 makeup tips that everyone should know. And not only that, I was kind of doing my own makeup and I was like, oh, what video should I do this Sunday? And I was doing my makeup and I realized that I actually integrate a lot of my own makeup tips while I am doing my makeup. So I was like, why not do a video on it? So yeah, this is going to be a video of 10 makeup tips that I think everyone should know and that you can easily incorporate into your own makeup routine, and I really hope you guys enjoy. So tip number 1, how to set your makeup properly. So I finished with my foundation and my concealer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and actually press the powder into my liquid foundation, and that is going to make sure the powder penetrates into the liquid and really sets the entire product. And this is super important because it helps, number 1, not to rub off any concealer and foundation that you've applied before, and number 2, it will make sure that your makeup lasts longer throughout the day. Tip number 2 is, so sometimes I'm like, where is my eye primer? And I'm like, I have no idea where my eye primer is, or I lost it, or I run out. Well, not to worry. I think you should always apply an eye primer. So I like to actually just use a liquid concealer and then apply that onto my eyelids and then pat away, and that actually acts as a pretty good eye primer. Tip number 3. So when you're applying eyeshadow, a lot of people like to sweep the eyeshadow on, but actually it's better to pat the eyeshadow on like I'm doing here, and you can see that the pigmentation is a lot better and it just applies a lot smoother and more flawlessly. Tip number 4. So when I'm done with my eyeshadow, I like to actually take a matte black and I like to actually apply this into my outer V area, and that will really define my eyes. So this goes with any kind of smoky eye, whether it's blue or black or like gray or anything. I like to always apply a matte black into my outer V, and that will really help define the entire look. Tip number 5, something that a lot of people don't do is they don't apply eyeliner on their tight line. So everybody knows their lash line, their waterline, but what about their tight line? And that's like the extra meat or rim of your entire eyelid. So I like to apply a pencil eyeliner onto that line, and that will really make my eyes pop and also just completely black around the areas where it should be. Tip number 6. So now we're into eyelashes, and for eyelashes I like to curl my lashes and then bring the curler upwards. So I like to bring the curler upwards because it makes my eyelashes curl a lot better, and it will give you like that panoramic kind of curl. Another method is that you can hair dry it, but I like using this method because I don't have to get out my hair dryer or anything like that. So it will make my eyelashes curl even better. Tip number 7, I like to do my eyebrows a certain way. So I like to take, brow powder I think is the most natural, and I will take like an eyebrow brush, and then I will actually start from the middle and actually draw kind of the line of the lower edge of the eyebrow so it's really straight and sharp, and then I will fill in the end of the eyebrow or the tail of the eyebrow, and then not dip back, but then use whatever is on the brow brush and just brush through the front, because you want to create that like kind of gradient brow, so you don't want it too harsh in the front. So I don't like to go back into the eyebrow powder, but instead use what's already remaining on the brow brush to just stroke that through in the beginning of the eyebrow. Tip number 8 is time for bronzer. Sometimes I cannot find my contouring brush, I've left it somewhere, and then I'm super lazy, so I take like a powder brush just like this, and instead of just having a horrible contour, I can actually shape the brush and press it down into a smaller shape that I can contour with. So that is also a really good tip. Tip number 9, instead of using a big fluffy angled brush for blush, I actually like to use something smaller and more specific so I can know exactly where the blush is going. So that is what I like to do. And here I am applying my blush in a smaller brush motion, and I like this a lot better than using a big fluffy angled brush. Tip number 10, finally, it's time for lipstick. So what I like to do for lipstick is I'll take a really bright color. Now, bright colors are often very intimidating, so you can actually take a bright color and tone it down by actually just patting it onto the lips, and that will give you a really nice sheer coat of the color without being too overpowering. But you know me, I like really bright colors, so I'm just gonna whip it on, and that is what the difference is between something that is patted lightly to something that is very bold and pigmented, which I like. So yeah, I really hope you liked this video, guys, and I really hope you found it useful. And if you want to find out more about me, follow me on Instagram at Roseanne Tangares, or if you want to take my makeup classes in Singapore, go ahead and follow at Bloom by Roseanne. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.